北市立美术馆3楼展出的一个新的展览。物理这个展览的诠释，我们会站在一个比较跨领域的方式去看这些作品。人其实是思考的动物，那你因为你观点的不同，就会自由的连接到一些不同的面貌。比如说我们在数学教室或者在物理教室去上课的时候，你可能是左脑思考，或是你是右脑思考，但是我们希望观众到这个展间的时候，他可以用一种全新的角度去看这些作品，然后同时也希望一些对艺术比较没有兴趣的观众，他也可以来到现场欣赏这些作品。那这些作品其实它都非常的平易近人，它只是把我们生活中常常忽略的一些原理原则，把它视觉化的呈现出来。这个展览中，我们希望鼓励观众尽量的发挥他的好奇心，去发掘这些作品运作的一些背后的逻辑也好，或是借由艺术家提供的文字等等的想法，去做一些不同的跨领域的诠释和连结。艺术它其实不是只有一种解答，它不是数学，它不是物理，它其实是希望观众可以很自由的去欣赏诠释。
这件作品叫雨林，那雨是语言的语，那森林的林。那刚开始的动机是我在录音的时候看到那个电脑上的波形图啊，那刚好因为中文的关系，所以说它一个字一个字的时候，就是会有一边大一边小的一个现象。那我侧过来转90度看，我就觉得说，它好像一棵小树。所以说，我就想象说，我们的那个对话里面是不是有很多隐形的小树？那我们讲越多，那在这个空间就好像有一片森林，我们的对话就等于是一片森林。那我作品里面主要的元素是使用电流。那电流，我是觉得说我喜欢去寻找一些看不见的东西，但是我们又确实的知道它存在。就像使用声音，声音看不见，那我们可以听得到；那电流看不见，但是我们可以感受到电流，对，那这种感觉。另外一个方面，我的作品都跟沟通有关。沟通就是我希望跟人沟通，跟环境有所连结，对啊。那我也想说，科学啊，告诉我们，我们的脑袋的想法就是一些电流。那我就想，电流，那如果说电流可以传递的话，那是不是我的想法是不是可以跟着电流一起传输出去？那这样子是不是，如果你可以理解我的想法的时候，是不是那种沟通是很确实的，不需要透过文字语言学习而所达到的一种沟通？我尽力找一个这样的想象啊，用这样的就是这样的形式呈现，看有没有办法达到这样子跟别人有一种共同感受的感觉。
So this project is called Bubble Device, and it's really a project about the emotion of wonder. And so when we're children, we're all fascinated by bubbles. But as we grow older, we become familiar with them, and they become less interesting, or at least less fascinating to us. And so this project is about allowing adults to re-experience this feeling, this emotion of wonder that we often lose track of in adulthood. And so I think by making the bubbles really large, everyone can be interested in looking at them and feeling this excitement of youth again. So, I mean, the machine basically works, the first part is the bubble solution. And so there's a special bubble solution that has some ingredients in it that makes the liquid very strong and elastic so that you can form really big bubbles. And then the second part is this rope loop that you see in the middle that's controlled by 2 motors. And so there's a computer that controls the motion of these motors to raise the loop and open it in front of the wind from a fan so that it forms a bubble. So it's actually quite simple, but in practice it's very delicate.
I will just speak about the history of the project, maybe. So I came from the circus world, the contemporary circus world. I did some circus school and also contemporary magic school. So I made most of the time some show. I direct some show. I create some shows about magic, clown, and object manipulation. And so maybe you translate. 4 years ago, I did my first long show. It's a 1 hour long show that now we perform in theater. And it's about clown, magic, and object manipulation. And during the creation, I had the idea to create some pieces and extract some pieces to put in an exhibition. But I, at the beginning, was not a plastician. And when I had this idea, I tell Camille, who was a friend before, and she is plastician, and I asked her to come with me to make this project, because I thought that it's better to mate with a plastician girl. And we tried to find some other pieces together, and you made two years of research to create these 6 pieces. So it's a research between blowing, physics things, scientific things, and also sometimes we put some magic technique. But I don't want to explain you how it works for every piece. Sometimes there is a little bit magic, but you know, it's just a way to create our picture with some things for a picture, for example this one, and after we spend time to realize it. But sometimes we help with magic, but we don't care if people feel the magic or no. We just want to give some emotion with magic and not to show magic trick.
The question is, what about the choice we make for the object we choose? Why the hair dryers? First, it was really important for us to have a movement in all the works we make. So sometimes it's always the same, sometimes it depends on the time, it's alternative. But it's important for us to use some objects that people could recognize directly. So some objects you could find in your home, at home. So the hair dryers is really perfect for that, because you could laugh a little, you know, you smile when you see that. Something like, if I was the first to have an idea, maybe I could do that. You know, this little thing really interests us. And then we choose the other object, the object who is in movement when you hold the work, and it's always important for us to make something really poetic, like a poesy, like a poem, and like a little dream, as I said the first time. Here, when you see the vinyl, you could see it's turning, but you have to keep in your mind the music what you want, because you can have. For the ball, the first thing we have is how people could turn all the world. You know, the world has to turn. So, this little thing. You see the plane. The plane is really like you have a really big dream when you are a child. You're always like that you want him to fly all the time, everywhere. So we always try to make this thing a little poesy, a little dream.